So friends, today I'm going to tell you a story from the year 1909. This story is from the USA, from the state of Colorado. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon. Now let's begin the story. If someone tells you that some hotel rooms are never truly empty, even when no one is staying in them, you would probably laugh. But after listening to today's story, you'll think 100 times before entering a hotel room, because some rooms done to need guests. Someone is already living there. Story. Ethan Miller was 27 years old. He was a freelance video editor. His laptop was his office, and his suitcase was his home. Every month, he changed cities across America. Every week, he changed hotels. But one thing never changed: loneliness. People believed traveling meant freedom, but Ethan knew that new places don't erase loneliness. They only make it quieter. That night, Ethan needed a place to stay. There was no Uber, no one willing to give him a ride, and his phone battery was down to 9%. So he decided to stay at the nearest hotel. There was only one nearby. Its name was the Stanley Hotel. An old building, a broken parking lot, and a flickering neon sign. As soon as Ethan entered the hotel, he saw the front desk clerk, half asleep. The clerk didn't ask many questions. He simply placed a key on the counter. Room number 307. Ethan asked, "Is there any other room available?" The clerk slowly looked up and said in a low voice, "No, there's no other room. Only this one is empty." Something about the clerk's voice felt strange, but Ethan was exhausted, so he ignored it. He started walking toward his room, through the floor, long staircase, dim yellow lights, and the smell of damp carpet in the air. Room 307 was at the very end of the hallway, always the last room. When Ethan opened the door, a strange old smell came from inside. The room wasn't dirty. It just felt unused, as if no one had lived there for a long time. Inside the room, a single bed, curtains completely closed, and a mirror directly facing the bed. Ethan put down his bag and sat on the bed. After catching his breath, he felt something strange. The room felt full, not physically, emotionally, as if someone was standing right behind him, watching him. Ethan stood up and went to freshen up. After returning, he turned off the lights. The room was completely dark, and Ethan fell asleep. The time was 1:30 a.m. Sometime later, Ethan suddenly woke up. The clock showed 3:17 a.m. No sound, no nightmare, just a feeling. He sat up in bed and looked forward. There was a man sitting on a chair, staring directly at him. Office clothes, a wrinkled shirt, a loose tie hanging from his neck. The man slowly lifted his head, and Ethan froze, because the man looked exactly like him. Same face, same tired eyes. The man sighed. "So, you finally came," Ethan whispered. "Who are you?" The man replied, "am you the one who stayed behind?" Ethan tried to move. His body wouldn't respond. The man stood up and walked closer. "You left a part of yourself here, eh?" Sigh. Ethan's eyes moved toward the mirror, and what he saw terrified him. His body was still lying on the bed, completely motionless. The man say, "This room is for people like us, those who walk away from their lives, but forget to take themselves with them." The lights began to flicker. The walls felt closer. Cold air rushed through the room. Ethan screamed, and soothingly, it woke up. Morning light hit his face. His shirt was soaked in sweat. A dream. Just a dream. Ethan quickly packed his bags, skipped breakfast, and checked out. Immediately, at the front desk, he asked, "Does anyone usually stay in room 300?" The clerk replied, "People stay. They just never leave completely. That day. Room 307 was marked occupied, even though no new guest arrived. Because some rooms don't need guests. They wait for the version of you."
So friends, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more horror stories like this, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and press the bell icon.